Hello dear students, once again welcome back to English class by English Wala channel, and I welcome you. And today we are going to study a poem from class 12 Flamingo book, and the name of the poem is My Mother at 66, written by Kamala. But before going to the poem, we must discuss something about the poet Kamala. And she was born on 31st March 1934 in Malabar, Kerala, India. She was well known by her pen name Madhavi Kutti, and her notable works are Alphabet of Lust, that was printed in 1977, that was a novel, Padmavati the Harlot, a collection of short story that has been printed in 1992. So, she was a well-known writer, a sensitive writer that captures the subtleties of human feelings, and her open and honest treatment of female sexuality, free from the sense of guilt, infused her writing with power and pride. So when we will study this poem, My Mother at 66, we find that in this poem the poet depicts the feeling of pain and anguish one feels for the aging parents, and this poem is a single thread thought. The whole poem is in a single sentence, punctuated by commas. So come to the poem. What the poem says. See the poem. My Mother at 66 by Kamala. Driving from my parents' home to Cochin last Friday morning, I saw my mother beside me doze, open mouthed, her face ashen like that of a corpse, and realized with pain that she was as old as she looked, but soon put that thought away and looked out at young trees sprinting, the merry children spilling out of their homes. But after the airport security check, standing a few yards away, I looked again at her wan, pale, faded as late winter's moon, and felt that old familiar ache, my heart, my childhood's fear. But all I said was, see you, Amma, soon. See you soon, Amma. All I did was smile and smile and smile. So, dear students, we have seen that the whole poem is in a single sentence, punctuated by commas, and come to the summary of the poem. The poet was driving from her parents' home to the Cochin airport last Friday morning. Her mother was sitting beside her. Her mother was accompanying her. She was 66 years old. The old lady was dozing. The old lady was having a nap, a short sleep. वो वहाँ उसके बगल में सो रही थी, and her mouth remained open. Her face looked lifeless like a corpse. और जब वहाँ पे उसके मुंह खुले हुए थे, वो हल्की सी नींद में थी, उसके चेहरे को देख के ऐसा फील हो रहा था कि she is lying there lifeless, she is like dead, she seems like corpse. The lifeless and faded face of her mother pained the heart of the poet. जब वो अपनी माँ का लाइफलेस फेस देखती है, तो उसके दिल में पेन होता है, दर्द होता है अपनी माँ के लिए. The old lady seemed to be lost in her own thoughts. The poet turned away her attention from her mother and looked outside her vehicle, outside through the glass. The world outside was full of life, full of activities. There was a complete change from inside story and outside story. When she looked outside, the young trees seemed running fast. आपने जो है वो देखा होगा, नोटिस किया होगा कि जब तेज गाड़ी से चलते हैं तो पेड़ जो है वो दौड़ते हुए नजर आते हैं. That seems full of life. The children looked very happy while they are moving out of their house, out of their home for playing. जब बच्चे घर से बाहर निकलते हैं अपने घर से, वो खेलने के लिए काफी हैप्पी होते हैं, काफी मोशन में होते हैं. That is why the poet here used the contrast to contrast the situation inside the car and outside the car. So while thinking so, she reached on the airport, and when she reached on the airport, they had to undergo a security check. जब एयरपोर्ट पे जाते हैं तो वहां से जो है फ्लाई करने के पहले सिक्योरिटी चेक से गुजरना पड़ता है. द पोएट वाज स्टैंडिंग अ फ्यू यार्ड्स अवे फ्रॉम हर मदर. शी लुक्ड अगेन एट हर ओल्ड मदर. फिर से एक बार पोएट जो है अपनी माँ को देखती है. शी फेल्ट डीपली सैड टू लुक टू हर मदर्स फेस. एक बार फिर से जब उसने अपनी माँ को देखा, उसके फेस को देखा, तो उसको फिर से जो है उसके हार्ट में पेन होता है टू थिंक अबाउट हर मदर. शी फेल्ट डीपली सैड व्हेन शी लुक्ड एट द कलरलेस, लाइफलेस, पेल फेस ऑफ हर मदर. जब उसने अपने माँ के निर्जीव और पीले पड़े चेहरे को देखा, उसका दिल फिर से एक बार दर्द से भर गया. हर मदर्स फेस लुक्ड लाइक फेडेड, फेडेड लाइक द लेट विंटर्स मून. जब जाड़े का सीजन होता है, रात धुंध से भरा होता है और वहां पे मून जो है वो क्लियरली विजिबल नहीं होता आसमान में, ड्यू टू प्रेजेंस ऑफ हेज, ड्यू टू प्रेजेंस ऑफ फॉग. और उसी प्रकार से पीला उसके माँ का चेहरा भी उसको नजर आता है. शी हैड लॉस्ट द साइन एंड स्ट्रेंथ एज द मून लूजेज इट्स साइन एंड स्ट्रेंथ इन द विंटर सीजन व्हेन द नाइट इज फुल ऑफ फॉग. जब रात्रि फॉग से भरी होती है, उसी प्रकार से जब आदमी बुजुर्ग हो जाता है, ओल्ड हो जाता है, तो उसके चेहरे से जो है वो साइन, चेहरे से जो है वो ब्यूटी, चेहरे से जो ग्लेज है वो धीरे धीरे फेड होने लगता है. दिस aroused the old familiar ache, the old familiar pain in the heart of poet. ये फिर से जो है उस भय को जगा देती है जो बच्चों को चाइल्डहुड में अपने पेरेंट्स से अलग होने पर जो फीलिंग आती है. एक बार फिर से पोएट के हार्ट में वही फीलिंग आती है. However, she is able to control herself. She appeared to be normal. She tried to show herself normal. अपने आप को नॉर्मल कंडीशन में वो दिखाना चाहती है. That is why she scattered a smile while saying goodbye to her mother, and she wished to see her old amma again. इसलिए एक बार फिर से वो अपने चेहरे पे मुस्कान बिखेरती है अपने माँ को देखकर और उसको कहती है कि अम्मा हम लोग फिर मिलेंगे. This is the summary of the poem. And dear students, we will try in our next video about the literary devices that has been used in this poem, along with some probable question and answer which is expected to come in your paper, your board paper. Thank you all. इस बार क्या हुआ भाई? बैठ